Time now for this hour's car review. Yours truly had the chance to drive the 2025 Hyundai Tucson. Now, this vehicle is built in Ulsan, Korea.
Ooh,
so it's going to get the tax on it. Available trim levels, SEL and Limited. I had the Hybrid Limited all-wheel drive. This is a small SUV. I want you to notice the angles over the wheel wells on this, and I'll bring that up in just a minute. Seats 5, based on the 4th generation Tucson introduced in 2022. Attractive front fascia with edgy fender flares front and back. Very unique to this, and that's a good thing because it does make this a unique vehicle. Rear hatch has a sloping glass with a sun visor over it. Quad tail lamps with kicked up rear valance gives it that kind of a off-roady look. Wheels are plug-in exclusive. Overall look gets high marks in my opinion. What could use improvement? I'm not sure. I do like that distinctive look. Interior highlights. New big screen includes the instruments and the infotainment system. A horizontal linear dash looks really good in this. An odd shifter on the steering column is a twist and push affair. Once you get used to it, it's no big deal, but thought, how odd. Yeah. Comfortable seating with rugged faux leather interior. Adequate for this size SUV is the cargo room behind the second row. But I like the overall design, just works just right. What could use improvement? An odd cell phone pad on the elongated center armrest and console. I guess you get used to it, but it puts your phone right there at your right arm, right hand.
Oh.
It's right. It's an odd looking thing.
Use it as maybe a controller or
well, I guess.
CarPlay or
there you can see there at the bottom of the screen.
See that.
1.6 liter gasoline inline 4-cylinder engine coupled with the electric motor gives 268 horsepower combined. Torque 258, which is plenty. 6-speed automatic transmission. Miles per gallon, 35 across the board. City, highway, and combined. I got 32.7 over 356.4 miles. What I liked? Well, you can get up to 30 miles on electric only.
Wow.
So, if you do the church thing once a week, you go to the grocery store, you take the kids to school, get home, plug it in, you're good to go. What could use improvement? The overall good combo with plenty of power, so no improvement there. It's just a comment that I wanted to make. I think that this is a good, well-rounded vehicle. Base trim price. $49.45. That's $40,945. Prices tested $43,000. Base model price $41,000. Competitors: Kia Niro plug-in hybrid, $34,490 is where it starts. Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid, $40,445. Ford Escape plug-in hybrid, $38,400. So it's right in the smack dab middle of all of these. And I'm not sure where the other ones are built, but obviously it may have an impact on you. Now, of course, the ones on the lot currently, I would imagine, do not have the tariff on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's only for like new deliveries, I would say, new deliveries to the country.
Yeah, at the port.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I read a story this morning that apparently there are several manufacturers that are holding their cars at the port of entry. So in other words, they haven't crossed the line yet into the United States. They're holding them at the port. So hopefully they can get this thing worked out, and then when they get worked out,
release the hounds. Yeah,
so to speak.
Bring them in then.
Today. And it's time now for Jeff's Car Culture. Remember riding in the back seat of your parents' station wagon? A lot of people do.
Yep.
And we're ready to hear all about it.
Yeah, these are things that kids rode on a station wagon remember. If you grew up in the 60s or 70s, chances are you spent countless hours in the back of that wagon. Before minivans and SUVs took over, these wood panel beasts were the ultimate car family. Those of us who survived the pre-seat belted days have some unique memories of the what your kid did as a kid back there. Nowadays, the kids won't understand. The first one we talk about is the coveted rear-facing back seat. The rear-facing third seat was a prime real estate. It was they people would fight. The kids would fight over who rides in the back, waving at cars behind, making faces at other kids. It was like having
Shooting
your own
the
private
finger at the people back
clubhouse
there.
on wheels. If it meant getting a little car sick sometimes, that was okay too. And the next one they appreciated was the way back was our territory. The vast cargo area behind the seats was our domain. Kids sprawled out with pillows and blankets on long trips, reading comics, playing games, or just watching the sky through the rear window. No seatbelts, no rules, just freedom to roam in our rolling living room. The third one we appreciated was wood paneling. It was cool.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Those fake wood panels on the sides were the height of style. Whether it was a Ford Country Squire, a Chrysler Town & Country, the wood grain siding made our cars look like surfboard on wheels. We had no idea how tacky it was, decades later. So
Family
there you
truckster,
go.
baby.
There you go. And then we have the manual rear window. The rear window was a source of endless fascination. Some rolled down into a tailgate, others lifted up, but all required manual operation. The power window was a luxury few had, and we became experts at the crank and latch system. Road trips, we all did them with no screens or devices. We invented our own entertainment. License plate bingo, I Spy, the alphabet game for all the activities that we had. The station wagon became a mobile game room with siblings competing and parents mediating from the front seat. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. You know, that was a game. I'm not touching you. That was a big one. Tailgate party position. The drop-down tailgate was perfect for picnics, drive-in movies, parade watching. It became an instant bench seat complete with metal support that would leave impressions on the backs of your legs. Every family gathering started with pop the tailgate. There you go. You knew it was a party after that. Summertime, seat burn. Those final seats were lethal in the summer. We learned to check the seat temperature before sitting down or risk that third-degree burns on the back of your legs. The ritual of throwing blankets over the seats became second nature during the hot weather season. And, of course, who remembers no air conditioning experience? Many wagons didn't have AC back then. They relied on the 40-60 system. 4 windows down, 60 miles an hour. Your hair got tangled, maps flew around, and you couldn't hear anything. But it was our version of climate control. Secret storage, we all had it. Every wagon had hidden compartments under the floor or in the aisles. This became our treasure trove, storing emergency supplies, hidden snacks, or that forgotten toy on the summertime trip. Finding something months later was like discovering a buried treasure. And, of course, by then it was the end of an era. When minivans appeared in the 80s, our beloved wagons began disappearing. Modern kids will never know the joy of riding backwards, the freedom of the way back, or the distinctive squeak of those vinyl seats. The station wagon wasn't just a car, it was a way of life.
That was so good.
That was good, yeah. I enjoyed it. We had wagons, they were fun. They were fun.
How many brothers and sisters?
I was the youngest of 4. But it wasn't our wagon. We would ride, relatives and things.
Yeah.
My dad always had a Pontiac or a Cadillac or something.
See, my sister and brother-in-law, they had a station wagon, 4 kids, and man, that thing got wore out.
Yeah, they're cool.
They are.
And that's why I like them to today. I like a station wagon.
Well, you know what's so funny? Because really, in essence, the SUVs that everybody drives now is basically a station wagon.
And, you had the doors had ashtrays with cigarette lighters in them and all that. Everybody pushing them. Don't play with the lighter, all that stuff,
Oh, yeah.
Doing kid
Well,
stuff.
how about the tattoo that you got on your leg?
Oh, yeah.
Burning it on your leg.
I'm not touching you. That's a favorite one of mine.
All right. Today. Thanks for joining us today here on In Wheel Time. And Mr. Mars has a review of the Infiniti QX60.
Yes, sir. I had a chance to drive the 2025 Infiniti QX60. Now, this vehicle... Sissy, yeah.
That one,
Never
too.
mind.
You said it.
I'm not going there. So this vehicle is assembled in Smyrna, Tennessee.
Smyrna,
The engine comes
Tennessee.
in from Japan. The transmission is U.S. made. Now, it's available in 4 trim levels. You get the Pure, the Luxe, the Sensory, and the Autograph as the top of the line. We were driving the Luxe all-wheel drive version. Now, your government says this is a standard SUV. To me, it's a midsize. I like calling it a midsize. It makes it a little bit easier to determine size whenever you're talking about it. Now, it is a 3-row vehicle. We had the 7-seat. We had the 7-passenger arrangement. You can get a bench seat in the second row, and it'll give you another passenger. Now, we also had the black edition. Now, this is an add-on. It gives you the black front grille, the black roof rails, black emblems around on the car, and also had the optional black finish alloy wheels. Now, it's really kind of a shiny black. Really looks nice on the vehicle. And it's got a lot of the luxury touches you would expect from a luxury SUV. Rain-sensing wipers, power folding side mirrors that are heated. Got approach lighting so when you walk up to it. And I really like the size and the style of this vehicle. Now, when you get into the interior, again, Infiniti, you're looking at leather seating surfaces. The front row, it's heated, ventilated seats. Second row, the outboard seating positions are also heated, and the third row folds down. And there's actually some underfloor storage back there underneath that third floor. Not a lot, but a little bit. Now, you're going to find you got a 12.3-inch center stack screen, and it's where you're going to find your Infiniti InTouch system, which is your nav, your audio, your convenience controls, surround view camera that I thought worked really well. If you weren't going very fast, you could actually go down the road with it and kind of watch what's around you a little bit before it hits the speed where it kicks in.
Talk about
now,
distracted driving.
It has Apple CarPlay that's wireless, but the Android Auto, you got to be wired. It's not wireless to make a connection with that kind of connection.
Way to go.
So we also had the Bose 17-speaker audio system, and the rear doors, the second row doors, have window shades in them, which I've seen that now twice, and I think that's a nice little ad coming back from the past. Now, up under the hood, 2.0-liter turbo four-cylinder.
Pardon me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
The raise the window
yes,
shade. 268 horsepower, 286 pound-feet of torque with a 9-speed automatic transmission. Now, properly equipped with a tow package and things, you can tow 6,000 pounds with this vehicle. EPA says you should be looking for 22 in the city, 27 on the highway, combined 24 in using premium fuel. It's required. The sticker says premium fuel, so you got to make a note. You're going to pay a little bit more for that.
Did you put
fuel.
premium fuel in it when you had it?
I only had to put gas in it one time.
Did you use premium fuel when you put it in there?
Actually, I did because I didn't.
Oh, Mars, come on. I saw you roll your eyes.
That's because I
believe him.
I did it, and I thought, how stupid is this? Anyway, but I did it. It's not my car. I didn't want to mess it up, and I don't believe it does. But anyway, I drove this vehicle 451 miles. Nice range on it. A lot of highway time, a lot of city time. I averaged 23.3 miles to the gallon on this vehicle. So I thought it was very nicely done. Had plenty of smooth power band. I thought it drove quite nicely inside the city. It's flexible to maneuver around. It's easy to park. Out on the highway, on the open road, the highway bumps, the imperfections in the highway, it felt a little stiff. You could feel them. They were a little bit harsher than what you do at the city speed. So I'm not sure if you could do something with the tires. If you really wanted to change that, it wasn't real bad.
Jeff
it
could
was
fix
a very,
that.
Yeah, we'll fix that up.
Yeah. But it had a nice quiet row. If I was going to change anything, I would leave that third row out. Small vehicles like that, I prefer without it.
Yeah, more space.
Pricing, base trim price, $58,800. Now, as tested, with a few things that we had, like the Black Edition, $62,745.
Okay. All right.
Base model price, you get into this thing at the base model at the pure level at $51,550.
Good luck in trying to find one of those on
In
the
a base
lot.
model.
Yeah, really. If you're looking for something to compare it to, an Acura MDX will start at $51,200, Audi Q7 at $60,500, and the Lincoln Aviator at $58,995. All of them in that what I call a midsize that your government says is a standard SUV. If you're looking in this package, looking for a package in this size vehicle, you absolutely should look at this Infiniti. I think you'll like it real well. And that's my review of the 2025 Infiniti QX60 Luxe all-wheel drive.
All right, let's get